up, y'all? It's your girl, Michelle, coming at you with another review on College Hill Celebrity Edition. Before we get started, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on awesome content like this. So now, before I get started with this week's review, I know I'm not tripping, but what in the Mandela effect is going on? I could have sworn that the title of this episode, May I Displease the Court, was the title of last week's episode. Now, when I went to check the title of last week's episode, now all of a sudden it says no comfort zones allowed. I didn't get May I Displease the Court out the air. They didn't just pop in my head by osmosis. I know what I saw. I saw what I saw when I seen what I saw. Now all of a sudden it's different. Am I tripping? Can I see into the future? Or did the ET Plus just go ahead and update the titles and whatnot, trying to confuse the people? Now, if anyone else remembers seeing, that title from last week, please let me know. That way I won't feel like I'm tripping and I'm in the Twilight Zone by myself. Okay? All right? Okay. So, here we go. So, it's the morning of the mock trial and rayj is still not back yet. Are we surprised? We're not. And he's a whole co-counsel and he ain't nowhere to be seen. But the show must go on. Now, all right. Y'all know I gotta do it like that. All right. Judge Miss Lady Don't Play With Her Walker is in the building and it's time to get the show on the road. So the judge walks in and she asks, "Where's Ray?" And of course, Big Freedia's just like, well, he's not here, but the show must go on. I'm going to make it do what it do. Don't be worried about him because I got this. I do this. I got this, Miss Judge Lady. Okay, Big Freedia ain't do all that, but, the whole tone was, you ain't got to worry about nothing because I got this, okay? So some of the roles in the mock trial have changed. Nene is now the prosecuting attorney. Splendid Daddy Slim is co-counsel. Lamar is the witness for the prosecution. India is the forensic witness. What's a forensic witness? That's my first time ever hearing that. If anybody know, let me know. Y'all know I'm allergic to Google. I don't like to look up stuff. I like for y'all to tell me. So if you know, then let me know. So we can both know. And then everybody will know. So, yeah. Big Freedia is still a defense attorney. Invisible Man Ray is co-counsel. And Dream is Officer Gray, who we already know is guilty. And, yeah. So Slim starts off and says how important it is that, he really does a good job. And, even though the case isn't real, this is real personal for him because, this kind of stuff happens every day. And, he's really feeling this. This really hits home for him. And, him getting a good grade is really important to him. But baby, if it was really that important, you would have done your actual work. You'd have done the stuff. And you just would have been more together than what you were. Like, how you get the date of the incident and the officer's name wrong, but this real important to you and you really trying to do a good job. Child, you about to get the person off and let them walk scot-free. So Big Freedia goes to give the opening statement and Slim objects, which is quickly overruled because you can't object an opening statement. Have we not seen Law and Order? I mean, did you not take notes during the episode? Like, sir, what are you doing? So it's just the opening, baby. Like, calm down. So Judge Miss Lady Don't Play That Walker shuts him down. And it's safe to say that, if he don't get it together, that boy gonna fail with flying colors. So the prosecutors call the first witness. And first witness is Lamar. Yeah. So Slim is all, well, did you see the officer shoot Rudy? And Lamar's like, yes. And then Slim is all, well, did Big Rudy? Now, I don't know where Big Rudy came from. That sounds like the name of a rapper from around the way. I don't know how it went from Rudy to Big Rudy. But that seemed kind of to me. But yeah, he was like, so, did Big Rudy touch Officer Gray? And Lamar's like, No, he did not. And so all of a sudden, Slim thinking he Perry Mason, you know, he puffing out his chest and smoothing out his beard, and he doing a little two-step, and he's all, I rest with that. You rest with what? Sir, you got a whole date wrong, and you only asked 2 questions. Like, what are you doing? You should have asked about a million questions if that was your star witness. You really think you did something? You didn't even try to pull more information out the man. You were fine with those 2 little simple answers, and you really thought you did something? You don't go sit your little two-step yourself down somewhere. So Big Freedia then goes in on Lamar. Well, in this case, his name is Mr. Pesky, Pistachio. It's something with a P. But yeah, so Big Freedia goes and asks questions and pretty much, you know, catches the witness in a lie. And Nene keeps trying to object and gets overruled by the judge. To which she replies, yes ma'am, you got overruled because you can be, you know, interjecting and stuff if it's not relevant. Ooh, y'all felt that? I should have been in that law class with them. I think I learned a little something. So she kept it up, and Nene was just like, you get an objection, you get an objection, everybody in here gets an objection. And the judge is like, you know what, approach the bench. So Nene is, you know, she's all up there and she's talking about, but she's badgering the witness. And the judge is like, look at here, look at here, look at here. This is my class, my court, my gavel, and I run things all up and through here. And if I say that she's not badgering the witness all up and through here, then I'm going to say she's not badgering the witness all up and through here. Okay, so she didn't say it like that. But, you know, I could tell that she wanted to say it like that, but she was trying to keep it cute, but she was in a professional setting. So she was just like, I'll determine if the witness is being badgered and if the counsel is being too aggressive with the questions, you know, I will come to that conclusion. So then, lo and behold, look what the cat drug in. Here come Ray from who knows where. Then he comes in dressed in Versace. If you know, you know. Trust me, I know how to pronounce it, but I said it that way for a reason. If you get it, you get it. And if you don't, sorry for you. So he comes in some big old denim looking outfit, like he don't know what day of the week it is or what planet he's on. And he just strolls up in there like ain't nothing going on. So he approaches the bench, cue the violins and the sad music. I'm sorry I'm late. I could blame it on the airline and the driver, but I won't. But I could. What can I? And so the judge asks him, where's his suit? And he's talking about it's in the car. Now, if you knew that this thing was coming up and you were on your way to the school, don't you think it would have made a little more sense for you to just get dressed on your way there as opposed to walking up in there like you ready to film a video of some sort? You should have had your suit on. It's bad enough you late, but then you come in and you're not even dressed. Really? So, I mean, he literally came in the court looking a mess, and I am in distress because this is not looking like the best, and I just don't know. I just don't know what's going on with this boy. So, soon as he comes back from getting dressed, he starts objecting and rejecting and projecting. And I'm just like, what the heck? Like, what are you doing? So the judge tells him to shut his face before he's held in contempt and thrown in the den with the lions. And I was with her because it's like, bro, you only been here 2.5 seconds. You don't really know what's going on or how the case is going so far. So what are you objecting to? Are you objecting to your lateness? Are you objecting to not being where you were supposed to have been? Are you objecting to you objecting? Like, sir, can you not? So Dream, aka Officer Gray, is called to the stand, and she gives her testimony, and then she cries, or she attempts to cry, or she does something. I think she's supposed to be crying. But anyway, Nene's all, and the Emmy goes to not Dream. Now don't get mad, Benethia, because your side will probably lose because of Splendid Daddy Slim and his little bootleg opening and getting the dates and the names wrong. Now, I mean, you know, you can't be getting mad because Dream got up there with her little kind of sort of great value Oscar worthy performance. You can't be getting mad at her. Now don't be a hater, boo, because green is not your color. Don't do that now. So Big Freedia asks Dream Is jaywalking a crime? She says that it is. And just from the way it's looking like Officer Greer is about to take a walk. So Nene gives the closing argument and wait, pause. What did India do? Didn't I say she was supposed to be some kind of, what was it? Forensic witness? Funny witness? ABCDEFG witness? I don't know, she was supposed to be something, but what did she do? Did she say anything at all during this mock trial? Did I blink and miss it? Did it end up on the cutting room floor? Why does she keep getting a pass in these situations? I'm not understanding. If everybody else had to do it, why she couldn't do it? She done been in the class the whole time. rayj had been out, but he was expected to still do it. Like, I might have to go back because I really don't even see what she did. But yeah, so rayj gets up to do the closing argument, and when he goes to stand, Big Freedia takes over, and his whole everything just kind of went out the window when that happened. So Ray's all mad thinking Big Freedia is trying to upstage him, but no, your track record hasn't been the best. Like, they had no clue what was going on with you, nor had a clue where in the world you were, not knowing if you was with Carmen Sandiego, not knowing what was going on because you didn't even have the decency to let them know if you were on your way there or what. So they had to have this stuff together. Why would they sit up there and wait on you, and then you show up and they don't have anything at all, and then they fool around and get a bad grade because of your nonsense? Like, that's... So rayj gets all upset, and he gets mad, and he gets mad, and he gets upset. But we should be used to these tantrums by now. As a matter of fact, I'm very weary and tired of the tantrums from an almost 50-year-old man. I cannot. So rayj gets thrown out. And he continues to go off. I came here for nothing. I ain't had to put this suit on. Man, I'm mad. Man, they could do. I ain't gonna say all the stuff he said, but just picture a 2-year-old when you tell them they can't have ice cream right now and have to eat their dinner first. Just picture that. And that was how Ray carried on once he was thrown out. So the verdict comes back, and there is a not guilty of second-degree murder plea, but at the same time, Officer Gray is guilty of negligent homicide. And the mock trial is finally over. So back at the house, Big Freedia goes out by Ray because, as you know, we've witnessed throughout the past few weeks, he creates these situations, and when things don't go his way, he gets mad and upset with everybody else but himself. So he pulls away and he's outside. Big Freedia goes to check on him and wants to see what was up. Like, we saw you, partying with y'all former president or whatever. And he was all, well, I had to do that. I had to go bring Kodak, to see him because he pardoned him. And, I had to help. And Big Freedia was like, blood, you couldn't be here to help me with the schoolwork. Boom. He couldn't say nothing. But no, he did say something. He came up with all these excuses per usual. It's everything and everybody but him. And he goes into his usual tirade of, he started not to come back. And for what y'all, for me to be the main one to contribute and all this and and I could stay where I was. And you wasn't going to stay where you was because you was coming there to pick up that check. Let's be real. And people probably say, you won't get paid. You going to hop on that plane, train, automobile, and you going to get your butt back here. So, good and well, you was coming back. But anyway. So they go to meet up with entrepreneurs. And Dorian from College Hill, Atlanta shows up. And he's the owner of Butter Skincare, the #1 black skincare brand in the world, according to him. Now, I know these ads used to pop up on my Facebook feed a lot. And they would get on my nerves. And I started to hide them because I got tired of seeing them every 2 seconds. So, maybe he is doing something right with his stuff. But yeah, so he asks everyone, what do you think this experience can teach you? I'm paraphrasing here. So Big Freedia wants, their fans to know they can do anything. Indialove is learning that she's mostly in her own way, and it's okay if she's still figuring things out. I pretty much forgot she was even filming this episode with everybody else, because she didn't say nothing. Like, when, in the beginning with Ultra, I almost forgot she was there. Yeah, so Nene says, it's never too late to learn and try new things. And yeah, that was about it for that little rap session. So Lamar goes to the court since it's basketball season and their final game is coming up, and they're going against Prairie View. I didn't know that TSU and Prairie View were rivals, but then again, I'm not in school, so I guess it wasn't for me to know that. But yeah, I learned something new. What you say? So he goes down memory lane, recalling how he got started with basketball after his mom's death at the age of 12. And I didn't know his mom passed at that young age, and that kind of, I don't know, I guess that kind of put things into perspective for me for some of the things that he does that don't seem too cool. Maybe he didn't really have that foundation, but then again, nah, I ain't gonna say that. Because by the age of 12, you should already have all that stuff instilled in you. So I'm not going to use that as no excuse. So he says that basketball and his grandmother pretty much saved him, because the area that he grew up in New York, you know, kids around his age were selling drugs, and it was either drugs or play ball. So he played ball. And there you go. So Lamar's all excited for the game, and he shares with rayj later on that he's thinking about coaching. And then he said, well, if the coaching thing doesn't work out, I can always get back in shape and play. No, you can't. No, that ship has sailed. No, you can't. So yeah, rayj's like, nah, you know, why would you want to play for the team? You should be trying to own the team, like Lamar owner. Now see, this is one time Willie Ray, like, I rock with you on this, because that makes sense. You don't go backwards. It's all about going forward. Why would you go back when you can expand and move into something bigger and better? Like, yeah, think about owning a team, not playing. Yeah. So now we see India all hyped because they're getting ready to go to the basketball game. And she's all eager because this has nothing to do with schoolwork, but it has to do with getting dressed up and going to a game and showing your pretty face, even though you want people to see you as more than just a pretty face. But anyway, so Lamar goes back in the locker room before the game and gives the team a pep talk, and he's all, yeah, you can do it, and go out there and bring back a dub, and yeah. Okay, he didn't do all that, but yeah. I mean, what he said, some of them looked into it, others kind of looked like they was irritated that they had cameras in their face. But I guess what he said kind of touched maybe one or two, maybe, who knows. But yeah, so he goes back, and once he says what he says, when he said what he said, he leaves, and everyone's enjoying the game, and rayj is studying. You know what, at this point, I just feel like rayj just does what he does for camera time, because the time for you to study is when you're actually at the house, when you have actual assignments, when they're given to you, not when you're out at a basketball game and after the due dates of the assignments. Like, you should have done stuff when you were supposed to, but now you're sitting up here with a book trying to, like, what are you doing, sir? Like, no. So Dream takes the book away from him, tries to get him involved in the activities and the festivities and the noisetivities of everything that's going on around them. And yeah, so there's that. So when they get back to the house, Dream, being the professional snooper that she is, finds out something about Ray. So she goes to ask him, you know, if he wrote that poem from the poetry slam when they were slamming the poetry with Dr. Benson. And so he says one of his friends wrote it. But we all know that he was supposed to do that because these instructions were given to them. Everyone else wrote their own stuff. And for some odd reason, he thought the rules didn't apply to him. Or according to him, he didn't know that he was supposed to write his own thing, even though it was stated repeatedly that it was supposed to be an original work that came from the heart. Not from a random person's heart, but from yours. You know, that little ticking thing in your chest. Yeah, it was supposed to come from you. So, yeah, we already know how this gonna go. So we see that Slim is thirsting after Nene because of the outfit that she has on. Lamar dresses up in sweatpants and cowboy boots. I have no idea why, but then again, this is Lamar, so it's normal for him. Dreamed and cracked her tooth, so she gotta hop on a flight to go to her dentist to get it fixed. I mean, it's just a typical day in the house, you know. Who's surprised by any of these random crazy shenanigans? I'm not. So now it's time for the final meeting with their advisors, and they're about to find out their grades from law. Big Freedia got an A, but I mean, come on. Like, I wasn't surprised by this. Like, Big Freedia actually took the time and did the work, and anything less than an A, I would have had to pull Judge Walker to the side and be like, now sis. So yeah, the A was well deserved. So Slim went back and did a biology makeup, because you remember a couple episodes ago he had to leave and he wasn't there for the biology final, where he did the makeup work and he got an A+ in biology, and in law he got an A. Now how in the world that boy got an A in law and he got the name wrong and got the date wrong, barely asked any questions, but he got an A? Let me find out Judge Miss Lady don't play with her Walker, is a little cougarish and got a little thing for Splendid Daddy Slim. Let me find out, because that boy ain't need no A. B- maybe, but not no A. India got a B. How she got a B, I don't know. I didn't see the girl talk not one time, but she got a B, whatever. Nene got a B. And sis was upset about that B. Now, even though she did most of the work that was sprung on her at the last minute, the work that India should have done, that was taken away from her because of her, anxiety and being uncomfortable, even though you're in this experience, to be pushed out of your comfort zone, Nene got a B. And I'm pretty much shocked with that too, because I don't, yeah, whatever. So Lamar got a B-. And I told y'all, Lamar said, I ain't gonna be doing C's all the way through this thing. I'm gonna give me something different. And guess what? I got me all B-. Y'all gonna take that. And he was really excited, and I was excited for him too, because that probably the highest grade that he gets this semester. And rayj got a D. But are we surprised? We're not. No, we're really not. I almost thought he would have got an F, to be quite honest, because he didn't do anything. He walked in late, different outfit than what he was supposed to wear. So the fact that you got a D, I think, she's being pretty gracious, actually. So they're informed that summa cum laude is up for grabs. The person with the highest grade point average, that's like the greatest honor you can receive. And we already know, a lot of these folks are competitive, so everybody trying to come for that number one spot. Then Ray finds out that Dr. Benson wants to see him, but he already knows that he's in trouble. So before he goes, he's all, well, I'm a songwriter. I do this. Like, I don't have to copy nobody's stuff. I don't have to be a copycat. I ain't got to steal from nobody. I ain't got time for that. But apparently you do have time for that, because all those words ain't come from you, songwriter, right? So if it was that easy for you to crank out some stuff, why you ain't just crank it out? So anyway, Dr. Benson checks in, and she asks, well, how are things going? And Ray says, good. This boy is really up here lying like a bearskin rug. You know it's not good. Why didn't you just, she was giving you a chance to open up right there. So he's sticking with the story of that he wrote in his homework that the words were not his. He was not stealing them. I guess he was borrowing them. He never said that it was his original work. But still, keep in mind, she told these people more than once, this is an original work that I want you to do, expressing something from your heart. I don't know how that was so hard to understand, but apparently it was. People like that, who still want to do what they want to do, and think they're going to get away with it, and then get mad when they get caught, when all they had to do was follow the rules in the first place. So yeah. So she lays out the, the whole thing, and basically just lets him know that, I found it on YouTube, and yeah, like, she wasn't trying to hear nothing he was saying. I wasn't trying to hear nothing he was saying, because there's no way you could actually try to weasel your way out of that. So what she lets him know is now he has to go to the, what is it? He has to resolve it with the advisory board because, you know, the school's code and how they don't play about plagiarism and things like that. He got to go and straighten it up because now he's in serious trouble. And yeah, that's pretty much where that episode ends. And he still can't understand why, you know, it got this far, because he borrowed his friend's words because he felt it. He wanted to present something with emotion. He wanted to present something that people could feel. And he just didn't feel like his words could make people feel how they feel when they feel what they feel. But I mean, if you songwrite or write, you're supposed to be able to write whatever and make people feel what they feel when they feel. Why you have to borrow your friend words to make people feel what they feel, Like, Like I was trying to, you know, give him the benefit of the doubt, but I mean, you kind of walked into this one with your eyes wide open, bro. Like, in this day and age, you really thought that lady wasn't gonna catch on to that? I mean, hello, she a whole professor in these streets. This lady does this. She does this. Of course, she was gonna find out. Like, bro, you can't slick a slickster. You can't try to get over on nobody. Why you couldn't just write a poem even if it had been like 4 lines? You couldn't have just said, man, I'm down and out. Somebody help me. Help me, please. Like something. At least it'd have been from you. At least it'd have been original. At least you wouldn't be getting in trouble and getting all upset over a situation that you created yet again. But yeah, that's y'all friend. I can't bail him out no more. I can't help him no more. Like, I don't even know what's going on. Because at this point, even though they real close to graduation, child, he might get kicked out. Because some schools don't be playing about that plagiarism thing. But hey, you made that bed, so go ahead and lay in it, Claire. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. The highlight of the episode for me would have to be, I guess, I don't know. I ain't have no highlights this episode. I really didn't. Maybe when Nene was just kind of like, like that. That was kind of it. But I don't know. I guess I don't know. But yeah, I wonder who's going to get summa cum laude. Now, I know one thing. And I'm saying this with my whole chest. Now, y'all know good and well, all these weeks, who's been the top student? And it's been bigfreedia, if we being real about it. And if Sugar Daddy Slim comes up with summa cum laude just because he's from H-Town, we're going to have to throw down. Because that ain't right. And yeah, that's not going to fly with me. So I hope they grade everybody fairly and they give it to the person who's supposed to have it. bigfreedia. But yeah. So that's it for this review. And have you all seen the episode? I mean, let me know your thoughts on it. I mean, what do you think about everything that was going on? Y'all think Ray gonna get kicked out? You think, I don't know. Just let me know your thoughts. And if you haven't seen the episode yet, you need to go and check it out. And you probably shouldn't watch this review, because if you did, I pretty much just told you the whole episode. So yeah, but that's it. So as always, thank you all for watching. Thank y'all for rocking with me, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. All right, peace.